What's up, guys? It's Caliber here,
And the Beast.
Oh, dear.
and it is Mod Mouth.
Mod mouth.
Oh, Beast, do you want to tell them about where you're at right now?
Oh yes, I am now in a new room. I got a room set aside that I made my little notch. So from now on, I'll be broadcasting in here.
Yeah. If you guys have Rise, or we don't go on you now much anymore, but if you guys have Rise, uh, definitely check us out on there because we do some wacky shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
We
do.
have good old times. We're willing to guess pretty much anyone.
That's true.
And if
If we
you're a
don't scare
vapor,
you
well,
off
we can
first.
have a nice old vape time.
If we don't scare you off first.
I see dead people.
Right.
No, all right. So let's go ahead and get on to this. So I'm coming to do a review of the Geek Vape Blade because it has been a week since I've gotten it. Before I do, I want to go ahead and say Happy Memorial Day.
Happy
But
Memorial Day,
before
people.
I get on to the review, Peace has some things he wants to show.
Yeah, I went cleaned up my room. I found my wire for my clapping wire for Vanny Vape, and I found some of my 22. So I know I was another video was stating how we didn't have our wires, and now I found them. So lucky day.
Yeah, so Beast can experiment more with that 22 on that pulse.
Yeah, I actually put a Clapton made a Clapton build in this, reading it point 0.2 and going around 65 watts, and it's not bad.
It's a nice little flavor chaser.
Yep.
But yeah, well, that's good that Beast found his wire. It really is. Alright, so the Geek Vape Blade, what do I think of it? Well, it's an excellent mod, and I'll tell you why. First off, it ramps up really quick. So, pretty quick. Not bad at all. Um, it's comfortable to hold. Very comfortable to hold. It's got a nice big button. Definitely love the bigger buttons. They're much easier to find compared to. Remember the Kangertech days, Beast? The little bitty button that was about that big.
Yeah.
Now, buttons getting bigger. That's also amazing. Let's see what else. The fact that it utilizes, and I think I said this already, but the fact that it utilizes multiple batteries, like different types of batteries, is, well, 3 different types of batteries, is absolutely amazing. Because if you want to try the Geek Vape Blade and all you have is 18650s, well, guess what? They have you covered. If all you have is 2700, guess what? They have you covered. All you have is 21700, which is actually what this mod's supposed to be used with, but they made it versatile. Thanks, Geek Vape. Also, big shout out, and I'm not shitting you when I say this. I'm going to show the screenshot here. Big shout out to Geek Vape. They liked my photo on Instagram. Be seeing the screenshot.
I did. It was nice.
But let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about the mod. It's a pretty big mod. It's actually a lot bigger than my RX2 2700, but that's because it utilizes a bigger battery. Now, the 21700 is not much bigger than the 2700. It's just like a 1mm difference. But it is what it is. Let's see. Buttons are nice and clicky. Let's see, what else?
Yay! Spiky butt.
What are you playing, babe?
Gardscape.
Okay, the magnets, I think I talked about those as well. The magnets on this, pretty fucking strong. As Beast can see,
I see that.
I have troubles getting back off. Rattles. No rattles. You know, if you
That's
can hear.
good.
I hate a
That's
rattly mod.
Oh,
Button doesn't rattle.
no kid.
No rattle whatsoever. So there's that. And we're going to go ahead and talk about this color real quick. This color is absolutely gorgeous. It's got
Oh,
that,
yeah.
I don't know, what would you call it, Beast?
Honestly, I think it just has like a almost like a watercolor look to it.
It does. And, it goes really well with a lot of, it even looks good with a gold RDA. My Dead Rabbit, my gold one, looks amazing
Mm-hmm.
with that. But when I put this tank on here, this just became like an iconic mod. A lot of people love this setup, the way it looks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I posted in a vape group. Now I know 17 people's not a lot, but it's actually 19 now. I posted in a vape group and 19 people liked the photo, and like 4 or 5 of them. All right, so we're gonna pretty much tell you, or I'm pretty much gonna tell you the audience base that really appealed to the most, that actually gave me hearts on Facebook for this mod, was actually females. Females really adored this mod the most.
I really like it.
I know you do, baby. And I think the reason for that being its bright colors and with the rainbow tank and everything, it's more appealing to females. Wouldn't you agree, babe?
Yeah.
It is more appealing to females, and in that regards, you know what? It may look like a girly mod, it may look like a girly setup, but I love it.
I don't think
I love it because to me it's unique. Who can say? Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who have this mod who probably has a rainbow tank on it. But the combination with the UL Nunchaku and the Geek Vape Blade, the contrast between the two devices is just absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But the mod itself, we'll take away the tank and just focus on the mod itself. The mod itself is an amazing, amazing little device. Now, because I will point out one thing, because this doesn't fit perfectly flush, because it kind of tapers off right here, this little landing right here, this 510 landing, actually is raised up a little bit.
Oh, that's nice. Kind of like even it off.
Yeah, it's sort of like the mag. You know how it's not completely flush and they have it sitting up a little bit?
Yep.
That's the reason why. Having issues over there? But no, craftsmanship that actually went into this mod is pretty good. Now, I know it's mass production. There's a lot of these mods out there. But the fit and finish of it is just amazing. There's no rattles or anything like that. Go ahead and throw my tank back on here. And I think what really draws this setup together, now this isn't a review of the tank yet, but I think what really draws this setup together is because this 510 landing is 25 millimeters, and this tank is 25, so it just creates a kind of a flush feel to it. There's not overhang, and you don't have the 510 landing showing, so it's just overall it's a great setup. Look-wise, out of my honest opinion, I'd give this mod a solid 10 out of 10. Because they just did a really, really good job on it. Now, I could be nitpicky and take a look at, what side is it? This side right here. There's actually a small little, like, chip. But I'm not worried about that, because that could have been there when I got the mod. I could have done it. It's not noticeable, especially if I'm holding it in this hand. It's hidden, it's out of the way. For the chipset that's in here, I give it an 8 out of 10. A solid 8 out of 10 because it is a very good chipset. I haven't had any issues with it. So yeah. Let's see. Paint job. Or the color. Did I do the color? No, I didn't do the color, did I?
Oh, maybe not.
The color for me, alright, I can't remember. We'll skip the color. The color still gets a 10 out of 10 because it is an amazing design. The shape and feel of it is really unique. it's got kind of got that Wismec feel, but more rounded off, and it's not like sharp edges like the Wismec has. It's rounded off. It's more curved to your palm. So I'll give the shape of it another solid 10 out of 10. And I really can't find too many cons for this. One little neat feature that I learned about this mod. So let me go ahead and take this back off real quick. I want to show you something. I don't know if it's a feature of the mod or if it's a flaw. So we're going to go ahead and pull my batteries out. So whenever I put batteries in here, I have to put one in here first and one in here. Because if I put one in here, and we're going to go ahead and throw this over. If I put one in here first, if I can get it in there. Alright. Okay. Where's it the other side? Let's see. Okay, it's not doing it now. Why is that? Let's try that again. Wait, is it if I put it in backwards? No? I'm gonna get it to do it, because I don't know if that's a flaw. It might be a flaw. We had to put both of them in? No, it's not doing it now. It's gotta be a flaw, but it's not a big flaw. Alright, so if I put this battery, usually if I put this battery in first, a blue light will appear.
What's that about?
But it maybe only does it with the 2700. I don't know.
Oh, could be.
Could be something to do with the 2700. But I always have to put it in. So say we're going this side. I always have to put the right battery in first when it comes to the 2700. Actually, let me go ahead and test that theory real quick. Go ahead and talk about what you need to talk about, Beast.
Oh, yeah, right now I'm just actually going to be, I was actually going to do a little build, so it kind of caught me on that little thing. Ha ha ha. Basically I'm just going to do like a little dual coil build. I was going to put it in my dead rabbit since we're talking about, our Geek Vape setup, so I was going to use my G-Box. I have right now rocking on that my dead rabbit. And right now I'm just going to make some coils for it out of Vanny Vape's Clapton wire.
I'm going to have to end up rewrapping this battery because I'm going to get fucking confused on which batteries are which. Alright, let's see. Yeah, no, it's not doing it now. Oh well. I need to go ahead and throw the 2700s on charge. Let's see. So what type of build you doing, Beast?
I'm just going to do a basic little Clapton build.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing too fancy.
Alright, so everybody's wondering, yes, all my batteries have the same wraps. I can tell the difference between this battery and these two batteries because this one has arc marks from my mechanical.
Oh.
Which I'll show you guys that here in a second. Alright, yeah, I'm going to rule that as a flaw.
Okay.
For a little bug in the chipset, but the chipset's still a good chipset. Alright, go ahead and turn this back on. So, overall, I give the mod a 10 out of 10. Solid 10 out of 10. Because I've had great experiences with it.
This will do.
There's just pretty coils.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. 2700's on charge. I am going to have to order some 2700 battery wraps because I don't recommend doing this, but I'm going to have to until I can actually order some. One of my battery wraps has a nick in the side.
Ah,
I mean, if I really wanted to go about it, I could always just a little electrical tape around it, just until I can get new wraps. But as being the inside of this mod is plastic, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Now, if it was near, like, say, the top or the bottom, then yes, I would definitely, like, not use the batteries.
mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But, if need be, I can always use my 18650s from RX 2700. Well, let's go ahead and focus our attention on to beast mode.
Yeah, just rapping, doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Should make it to where we can actually see your hands.
Oh yeah, I could do that. But my setup's all messed up because I'm not really set up for that yet. Actually, you go ahead and say something real quick, and I'm gonna go grab my dead rabbit real quick off the shelf and doing the transfer, to the new room. So gotta have to get this stuff out real quick.
Yeah, so.
Hold on.
But no, I will say this. I love vaping because it's a very informational place, especially if you're, and it's very helpful if you're trying to get off tobacco as a whole. I can group myself amongst the tobacco user because I was a smokeless tobacco user for 4 years. It's still ongoing. It's going to be a long process, but Taro over there can tell you that I don't crave smokeless tobacco as much as I used to.
Yeah, it's a process. You're getting there.
I can go 3 or 4 days now without needing a dip. Beast mode is back.
I am back.
You doing a dual coil or single coil?
Dual cool. I'm gonna do cool on my original dead rabbit.
Well, actually, I have your original dead rabbit.
Oh yeah, you have the original. You have my original dead rabbit. As meant as original as in
The
the
first
original
dead rabbit.
version. Right.
First version. Alright, so I can go ahead and talk while you're doing that, right?
Yeah, you go on ahead, man.
Alright, so I wanna talk about dropping mods. Because that's something that hasn't been talked on my channel yet. So, I have a very bad habit. I tend to drop my mods a lot. I don't do it on purpose, and sometimes they just kind of get bumped, and they just fall off into the floor. With the way the technology is going nowadays, and the way mods are built nowadays, they're a lot more sturdier than they were, say, 10 years ago. 10 years is a little too far because they didn't really have very many mods. I'd say about 5 years ago. You drop your mod 5 years ago, things stop working. Nowadays, you drop them and they continue to work. Better than ever.
Mine bounces.
Yours bounces.
Yeah.
How does it bounce?
I don't.
Oh, when you drop yours?
Yeah, when I drop it, it bounces.
Yeah, and so the fact that they're not meant to be dropped.
That's true.
They're not meant to be dropped, but they can survive a fall. I don't think I've ever had a mod that has broke on me from falling. Oh wait, I lie. My SMY 260, which is a very good example because it is an older mod. We call it the death trap from hell. I dropped it, it broke, I fixed it, and continued to use it, which I shouldn't have. I should have gotten a different mod right away, because come to find out that these circuit protections do not work, and I was able to fire a build below 0.3, which is not good. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, 0.3, yes, the fucking mod had a low resistant range of 0.30, which is pretty high on the spectrum of vaping when it comes to sub-ohm. But there's a very good reason for that, because sub-ohm wasn't really as popular as it is now.
That's the truth.
Back then, I only been vaping for almost, 2 years? Has it been 2 years?
Something like that.
Something like that. It's been quite a while. But congratulations on my 2 years, too.
Congrats.
I think this upcoming thing will be either 2 or 3 years. I don't remember.
When I met you, you'd been vaping for a year, so...
Yeah, it will be 2 years.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 years. But if we're going back to when I bought a vape pen, if we're gonna really want to link that in vaping, well, I guess it's more vaping than, say, the what is it called, the e-cigarettes, the cigalikes.
Alright.
I would technically have been vaping for 4 years, but I stopped because at first I was like, this ain't for me. What am I doing? And yet look at me now. I have a freaking mod collection that's probably worth more than most people's rent. My grandfather's really big on math, right? Alright, so we're going to be truthful here. I don't care who knows. My grandparents buy my vape shit. So what?
So.
It's not a big issue. At least I'm going to say this. At least I'm not using the government's money to buy vape shit.
Mm-hmm.
But my grandfather estimated that I spent well over $1,000 in the past 2 years on vape stuff. That's more than Taro's rent. No offense, babe.
That's not offensive. I love my rent. I know my landlord, so my rent's only $400.
Actually, if we're talking about, alright, so we're talking about people who have to rent, right? Typically, people who rent apartments or live in an apartment that they pay rent to, really they probably have, like, what, a little Honda Civic at the most? If we're talking about, like, more rural areas like this, it costs more than their car. Which is crazy. Vaping is an expensive hobby. Now, I do want to point out, yes, my grandparents do buy my vape stuff for me, but I also do shit in return to work it off. So it's sort of like payment. Buy me stuff, I do stuff to work it off. That seems fair, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty.
Alright, so. Oh man, that babe look.
Oh, that looks awesome.
I noticed you used my trick. You actually got the coils closer to that deck.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Breaking out the G-box.
Yep. I got a little bit
let me see.
underneath. Yeah, a little bit underneath, but well, not that side, but I got one a little bit longer than the rest of it. You ain't gonna do nothing on that. Get some batteries fresh off the charge.
But yeah, so I don't care if you guys know that I don't pay for my shit, but At least I'm honest about it.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, did you guys actually think that a 22-year-old person can afford this much stuff? It ain't happening. At least not alone. Tara can tell you firsthand what it's like having to live on the cheap side.
Oh,
Well, not really the cheap side, but having to conserve money.
I'm sure anybody who lives on their own can tell you that.
But yeah.
Yep.
But moving on to another thing. Beast has become an excellent coil builder. I'm still waiting for you to send me a thing of that, if you can try and find it, another spool of that Clapton wire.
Yeah, I think they got a new shipment. I got to get one. I got to pick them up. I haven't been in there in a minute.
Now, before anybody, and I'm specifically, we're going to mention in this video anyways because Beast is doing shit. Before you say anything, Roy, it's not like I'm begging him to send me it. He meant to send it in the package he sent me, but forgot about it because they didn't have any. So he was... Didn't you say you were going to get on the next shipment you do?
Yeah.
And then here's the thing. The reason Beast sent me his original Dead Rabbit and the radar is because he knew I wanted the Dead Rabbit, and at the time, my vape shop didn't carry the Dead Rabbit. And I'm really grateful for it. He sent me a lot of stuff. Fucking Buckeyes were good, though.
Right? Told you like those.
Yo, I'm gonna say right here, right now, if anybody goes to Ohio, you gotta try some Buckeyes.
That's the truth.
That's some good shit. And if you guys go to Canada, you really gotta try some Coffee Crisp.
Crank this up a bit just to get it pulsed. I'm
just, because it is Mod Mouth and Beast hasn't ever really built on his own, I'm just gonna go ahead and let him do that. I'm living on the lazy side, guys. I was gonna get an RDA, but we just ain't got the money right now. And it's nice to break out a tank every once in a while. What I could do, because I'm out of half a bottle, I'll show you guys something. I'm gonna show you guys how I stretch my juice. Where is my Alright, so I try to make my juice last at least a week, the most, before I go buy another bottle. So, tank's gonna have to come off for a little bit. And this is just a little dive into my life. You'll see why the tank's gonna have to come off. Whoops. Alright. Tank is gonna have to come off because, where is it? Humco glycerin. And I'm out of glycerin. But have no fear. What's in here? Is glycerin? Or is it something else? That's glycerin. Or is that juice? Some type of juice. Fuck it, it's going in. I think it's a juice of some sort. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Heating up evenly and everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Uh,
All right. So, for this, can't wait to see you vape on it, Beast.
Yep. Let me go get my cotton real quick. You go ahead and do your thing.
Doesn't look too bad. It's not what I would prefer to run that on. If I had my choice, if they had green, I would just run straight green, but I got rainbow.
What was that?
Shake this shit up. It's not a full bottle, but it's close. Now, this cotton's already juiced up. I would not recommend doing this if you're primarily a tank user because it will gum up your coils.
Good old cotton bacon.
Okay.
The bacon.
Go ahead. There's still some grape Stratus fruit on here. Or no, it's Sierra Sorbet that's on here, not grape Stratus fruit. Clouds. That's
Clouds.
only at 45 watts. We're gonna go ahead and take this back up. There we are. Much better. Ooh, flavor. No, I almost forgot how much I actually love the Sierra Sorbet from Nibelus.
Nibbles.
Nibblish.
Nibbles.
At first, I was iffy on the flavor
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of, you know how pine sol smells. It kind of tastes like pine sol smells, but it kind of grew on me. But then again, I love weird fucking e-juices, so there's that.
Great.
Can somebody please make me a bacon flavored e-juice? And this is Mod Mouth. This is what we do. Beast does random shit, like
Yeah.
in this episode he's building.
Right. It's like
I mean,
get
it's
the urge
pre-made
to build and
wire,
just do
but
it.
he's still manually wrapping the coil, so that's awesome. But you do find it's a lot harder to wrap like Clapton wire.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't wrapped it, but I can imagine because I have the same issue with twisted builds, and it's a pain to wrap because there's so much metal there. It's a good thing you have that tool though.
Yeah, I got a little jig.
That is
I
wife.
got the
Did
jig.
she buy you that for Christmas?
Yes.
Along with the Daruga.
Yeah, I got the Daruga. Oh, yeah. Daruga.
You need to find your bottle.
I do need to find a bottle. Actually, I have a bottle that'll fit at the Geek Vape bottle. It's exactly the same. I just can't find the little plunger piece that goes into it.
Alright, cotton's dried out. But back to what I was saying, yeah, I wouldn't recommend this for tanks just because the juice is a lot thicker. You can try it in tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would gum up your coils a lot faster because it wouldn't feed properly, and then you'll have dry hits and then burnt hits, and it's a mess. Alright, so we're going to talk about Humco glycerin. It does have a little weird aftertaste, but if you mix it in half and half ratios with a bottle of juice, it's not that bad. But if you have primarily Humco glycerin and no carrying flavors, because this already has PG in it, so the PG's there. I just thickened it up a little bit. But we're gonna talk about this juice. This juice is absolutely this is the biggest difference when you're going from a tank to a dripper. I've been with that tank for a couple of days now, just a couple of days, and I swap the juice over to a dripper, and it's like, pow! It's like it's a lemonade. Almost. Well, it's a lemon pastry, and it's a really sweet lemon pastry. So that's pretty cool. But I will say this: fucking Cirrus Sorbet and fucking Sublime does not taste too good together. You wicking your cotton?
Yep. All liquor dick. And
Non-vape related, another thing that Humco glycerin actually works good for: hydrating wood.
really
Mm-hmm.
nice.
It's like a moisturizer.
Wow, that makes me feel silly right now. After all that, I still have my juice with me. What the freak?
Well, here's some of the uses that you can be used for: skin soak and aromatherapy bath, preserves leaves and flowers. It's also 99.5% USP, which is I believe higher than food grade. It's used in a lot of shit. Also, people have to understand that this says pure vegetable base. I wouldn't, if it doesn't say pure vegetable based, I wouldn't use it.
I agree with that too.
But I've actually been doing this method for I don't know, almost a couple months now, or longer than a couple months, and I've had no issues vaping Humco glycerin.
It's been like a year because when I met you, you made your own juice
Oh yeah,
using glycerin.
it has been a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did make my own juice for the longest time, and I just kind of fell out of the process. Don't get me wrong, the juice was good, but I just need more concentrated flavors. The only juice I will say that turned out really fucking good was the root beer juice I did. And that was because it was a concentrate instead of an extract.
Yeah.
But this process right here, I will tell you guys, at first you may not taste a little flavor, but once you get down to a half a bottle, to a point to where it's all kind of lingered in together, you will start to taste it a lot more, and that's what I found. It's all about experimenting. And actually, babe, this was the same process that I used to dilute some of my higher Nicky juices.
Yeah.
Like the Wally's Vape Peach Fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
I did the same process. Wait for beast mode to come back so I could take a vape off his Diddy Rabbit, and we're gonna wrap this video up.
Oh yeah, I just had to get my juice real quick. Got that now.
And then it's off the bed for us because it is 4:33 for me, 5:33 for them.
Yeah, the sun is up.
About to be. It's getting there.
And Beast is like, I'm trying to hurry.
I know. I'm doing a very messy job right now.
Don't get it
They're
all over the
trying
place.
not to make. If you're wondering why there's a sense of urgency, it's because they're trying not to make a tired Taro. I'm still content over here. My iPad's about to die. So,
Right? It's like, oh, we must beat that. Okay.
Also, I got some Gotham that I need to watch before I go to bed.
Oh, rock on about the Gotham. Good show.
Detective
Mhm.
Gordon is a good-looking guy.
He's a strapping gentleman.
I really love that G box. But soon,
Each though.
guys, once my vape shop gets it, I will be picking up the Pulse 80 watt and try and get back into squonking.
Oh yeah.
Look at that funky ass drip tip.
Hey, don't make fun of my awesome drip tip.
I don't know. I'm just used to the small 810s. Needs to come up
Go
some.
up a bit. Yeah, hell of a lot. I'm gonna rock it around 80. See what that does. Not bad.
I notice you're not doing the direct lung. You're doing mouth to lung.
Yeah.
Needs a little bit more. This man's crazy.
That's better. A little bit of a squonk. Hell yeah.
Holy shit, I just done 3 ghost inhales 3 times in a row.
A little lower than I want to go. I was trying to go for 0.15, but I got a 0.12, so yeah.
And I'm on sale down to 0.05, so there's that.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
but anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, I know it was a pretty boring video because we didn't have nothing exciting to show or anything like that, but we had a good old time making this video, didn't we, guys?
I thought so. I thought it was a really nice video.
I think I hit the nail on the head with the Geek Vape Blade review.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I went more, that's like the most detail I've ever gave about mod.
Absolutely.
But yes. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to him. He is S13_the_beast, and she is Taro Storm. It's Taro Space Storm, right?
no.
Something like that. It's Taro Storm. She's not hard to find. Just look for the, what is it, a Harley picture?
This one. I think. No, it's not. It's a lie. It's yeah, it's whatever. I don't know.
But just look for a pretty colorful picture. You'll find her. Or just look for something to do with adult pacifiers.
I'm the only Taro Storm on YouTube that doesn't have any numbers.
There you go.
Alright, anyways, guys, this is Storm Family signing out.
Peace out.